Hello, friends. Let us begin the second poem, The Lost Leader by Robert Browning. The Lost Leader by Robert Browning. This is very good poem as far as youths of India are concerned. This is a eye-opening poem by Robert Browning. Robert Browning, a very famous poet, and The Lost Leader. This poem describes the quality of leader and how leader can uh, do worse things to his followers, and how nowadays the leaders can leave their followers to have a little benefit from others. This is very a good example. Actually, this poem is a criticism on a leader, that is William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth was another poet, English poet, very famous, nature poet, romantic poet, William Wordsworth, very famous, world famous. But he wrote his poetry at the time when he was young, and the poetry he composed when he was young enough was very famous, very popular. But as he grew old and he started uh, taking interest in conservative politics, then his poetry lost its spirit. He was the leader of the liberal minded people, who longed for the liberty of human beings. So he was the leader of liberal and revolutionary ideals, and there was the conflict between the traditional orthodox politics or the people, and between these liberal minded revolutionary and modern people. So William Wordsworth was the leader of this revolution. But what happened? William Wordsworth abandoned liberal and revolutionary ideals, and he embraced conservative politics. Conservative means traditional, orthodox, paramparik, sanatan in India we say. So this conservative politics he joined, and for some benefit only. This happens naturally in India. What we see around us, there are many leaders in India, local leaders, and many leaders, political leaders, and their followers, like Karyakarta, they follow them blindly and they are ready to do uh, whatever they can for their leaders. And what happens? They don't know what their leaders do, whether they betray their followers, or they lead them to sublime state, to a good state. This is the question in India nowadays. Our leaders uh, meet with any people for the sake of their benefits, political benefits, and they betray their followers. कार्यकर्ते त्यांचा विश्वासघात करून they can join any party or any ideals, but we followers blindly follow them, we listen to them, and we are ready to die for them also. So what such leaders do? This is the question, and this is the exact criticism of Robert Browning on such leaders. William Wordsworth was very good leader of these revolutionary people, these modern and liberal minded people, but suddenly one day what happened? For some benefit, for some selfishness, he left them. So Robert Browning indirectly criticizes William Wordsworth, and he declares that this is the lost leader. Our leader is lost. Haravlela Neta in Marathi. The lost leader. The poem never refers to him directly. In the whole poem, Robert Browning never mentions his name directly, but is directed at a once esteemed person who has now betrayed his friends. Who has betrayed William Wordsworth betrayed his all the followers, his friends, and he embraced the conservative politics. He joined his hands with the other traditional orthodox conservative people, and he left his followers. Now see what happens in the poem. Okay, let us begin the poem. Just for a handful of silver he left us. In the very beginning, he says that, Browning says that, just for a handful of silver. Now, this silver, this word silver is used for money. So, just for a handful of money, just for some money, he left us. He criticizes, Browning criticizes William Wordsworth indirectly that he was our leader and just for some money he left us, just for a ribbon to stick in his coat, a ribbon, a badge, the symbol of honor. A ribbon is a badges we stick to the coat. So, just for a ribbon, just for a symbol for honor, he left us. Just for a ribbon to stick in his coat, he left us. What is the detailed meaning of ribbon? This is the honor given by the king or queen of Britain, named as poet laureate. In Marathi, Rajkavi. He became the Rajkavi of the Queen Elizabeth. He became the poet laureate. So, for this honor, for this ribbon, for this honor, for this ribbon stick to his coat, he left us. For these two reasons, he left us. Just for some money and just for that honor to become a poet laureate, he left us. Found the one gift of which fortune bereft us, and he found this gift which fortune bereft us. Bereft us means the fortune uh, we were deprived of this gift. We were trying to get this gift. We were trying to establish our revolutionary ideals in the country, but we were deprived. We did not get, but he received that gift. So he found that gift which the fortune did not permit us. The fortune did not permit us. So for this gift, he left us. He left us for very very few money, for silver. He left us for uh, the ribbon to stick to his coat to become poet laureate, and he got this gift. But he got the gift but lost all the others she lets us devote. We all followers, he was our leader. He was our leader, and we all the followers were attempting, we all were devoted to uh, receive, to get, to achieve something. But he got, suddenly he joined his hands with these conservative people and he got the gift, but he lost all others. He lost all his followers like us. We all devoted for our leader. We devotedly worked for our leader to achieve something, to establish the liberty, to establish the revolutionary ideals, modern ideals. But meanwhile, he left us, he became the poet laureate, he got that gift but lost all others. He lost all his followers, all his friends. They with the gold to give doled him out silver. He left us to have some gold, to have some money. Here again, gold is for money. The gold is used for money. So he was promised to give a lot of money in the form of gold or anything. He was promised to give gold, but he was given silver. What was his expectation? His expectation was more, but he was given less. His expectation was more, so he left us, but what he received very less money, silver. He was promised to give gold, but he was given silver. What was the benefit? He lost all others. He lost all friends, followers, devotees to have that honor to become poet laureate. They with the gold to give doled him out silver. He was promised to give gold, but he was given silver. So much was theirs, who so little allowed. So much was theirs. These people, our leader left us. Our leader, William Wordsworth, left us to join those people, conservative people. They had many things with them and they could give him many, but not given. They could give many things to this, but they did not give him much. So much was theirs. They had so much to give, but he was allowed a very little. He was allowed a very little thing. So, what was the benefit to leave us? How all our copper had gone for his service. When he was our leader, we worked for him, we served for him, we devoted ourselves for him. We contributed whatever little we have, whatever little money, copper. I am not talking about the gold, I am not talking about the silver, I am talking about the copper. Whatever we have little money, we contributed for his service. We contributed for his service when he was our leader. Rags were the purple. Whatever copper, whatever little money we contributed, this money was the rags. Not very much important thing. Not very much important thing. The rags were the purple. They were the purple rags only. Less important things. Less important things. His heart had been proud, but still his heart had been proud of us. He was very proud of us when he was a leader. Whatever we gave him in the form of purple rags, in the form of copper, whatever little money we contributed, but he was proud of us then. But now he had left us. But now he had left us. We that had loved him so, followed him, honored him, lived in his mild and magnificent eye. When he was our leader, we respected him. We worked for him. We served for him. And we loved him so much. We followed him. We honored him. We respected him. We lived in his mild and magnificent eye. We lived in his magnificent eye. Mild, soft and beautiful eye. त्याच्या डोळ्यात आम्ही जगत होतो. We lived in his mild, soft and magnificent eye. So we were so important for him and he was so important for us when he was our leader. This was the situation, this was the atmosphere. We respected him very much. But now, as he left us, he was the lost leader, our lost leader. So all these things he lost. He lost all these things. Learned his great language, caught his clear accents, made him our pattern to live and to die. He was a very respected person for us. That leader was very respected person for us. So we learned his great language. He was a very popular and knowledgeable poet. So we learned his great language. He used his language. His language was very good, very great language. So we learned this great language from him. We caught his clear accents, his talking, his speech, his accents, the stress on the words. Whenever he spoke with good accents. So we learned his accents, clear accents, made him our pattern to live and to die. We made him our pattern to live and to die. Our pattern means we made him our ideal. We made him our model. We made him our model to live and to die. जीना और मरना उसी के लिए. So he was our ideal person. He was our role model. We made him our model of our life, of our living and of our death. We were ready to live and die for him. So much respect, so much love was given to him, but he did not care our love. He did not care our respect and he left us. He left us for a gift to become a poet laureate, for some money only, and for some riband, for some honor as poet laureate. Shakespeare was of us, Milton was for us, Burns, Shelley were with us. Before this, there were the great persons. Before this, William Wordsworth, there were great persons with us. Shakespeare, William Shakespeare, the greatest person, greatest dramatist and poet in the world. He was with us. Milton, John Milton, very great poet. He was with us. Burns, Shelley, these were great poets. All these great men, great poets were with us. They watched from their grave. They watched from their graves. They died now. They died now. But from their graves, they may be watching this. What had happened? They may be watching this, what had happened. He alone breaks from the van and the freemen. He alone breaks from the van. Van, military, the leading division of units, any military van. So he alone jumped off. He alone jumped off the van which was going van of revolution, क्रांतीची जे काही लोक व्हॅन मध्ये जात होते टू अचीव समथिंग. म्हणजे याचा भावार्थ असा आहे की वॉट एव्हर द पीपल दे वेअर रिव्होल्युशनरी पीपल अँड दे वेअर डुईंग समथिंग टू अचीव समथिंग टू एस्टॅब्लिश liberal minded ideals, liberal ideals. So from this revolution, he alone breaks from this van and the free men. We are the free men. We are fighting for the freedom. So from this freedom fight, he alone left. He alone breaks from the van. He alone sinks to the rear. The leading position in any movement or field or the people who occupy such position. He alone sinks to the rear and the slaves. He alone breaks from us and he sinks to the rear. He sinks to, he joined his hands with others and slave, became slave of them. He became the slave of them actually. So this is the criticism of the poet Robert Browning. In the second stanza, what happens? We will see in the next video. So what is important here? The poet Robert Browning criticizes their lost leader William Wordsworth indirectly. He was given so much respect, so much love, and so much honor by his followers, but he left us and joined the conservative politics just for some money, just for some honor to become a poet laureate. He was respected, he was learned, he was honored, he was followed, and all we were ready to live and die for him. But he did not care for that and he left us. There were many great people, Shakespeare, Milton, Burns, Shelley, they all were with us, but they never left us. But this man, this leader, left us, and this is why he is the last leader for us. He is the last leader for us. The second stanza, the second half, what is explained here, we will see in the next video.